Greetings. This is the 20th Century Man, Part 2. Yes. For you guys that are waiting on an example of frequency to numbers, sorry I haven't got that up yet, but I promise it's coming, okay? It's too important for me to, probably take some notes and do that one. I do everything on the fly, no practice. I think I want to talk about a creature that I love. It's called a woman. I love women. But there's something very seriously wrong in American society with women. Now, it sounds sexist, me being a male, but hey, males, we pick up on stuff, And I looked into this about, I don't know, 93, 94, 95. And since it's been about 100 years, better, about 110 years, this attacking women, because the powers to be knew that they needed to destroy the home. And to destroy the home, you have to attack the woman. This attack started by oligarchy that was here at the turn of the century, in the 19th, 20th century. Probably like 1902, 3, 4, they got together, implemented these things. It started like, I think it was 1916. They give the women the right, basically got them smoking. Women didn't smoke before that time much, but they had some women that pushed this, and it made it cool for women to smoke. Not a good idea, okay? And of course, I think it was 1920, they give them the right to vote, which is hideous. Well, they didn't have the right from the HESA Act, but I guess they were 3/5. That's what they, registered them as, which didn't make a lot of sense to me. If you're on a slave, men, a slave, everybody at the same time. So anyway, they made it look like they were being cool to women and started giving them rights and things, and they was held down, because women, their brains work different. They can use each lobe separately. They fire different, and they can be thinking about one thing and doing something else, and look perfectly natural while they do it. A man, their brains don't work like that, okay? So, and then from 1920 to 1929, they had them working, smoking, fucking. It's before birth control, but that's a whole other story. And had the Roaring 20s, and I've seen pictures of my own family, and man, they look like they fit to kill now. They was out partying, having a big time. During the Depression, everyone was attacked from 29 to 35, 6, 7. And women, they attacked them too. So they brought this back into the home, and there was problems. It was set up where the man worked, the woman stayed home. They were breaking that, and they was well on their way. We had World War II, and of course, they worked in the military factories and anything for the war. And at the same time, their husbands and boyfriends were over there getting killed in Europe. And of course, then they had whoremongers that was turning them into whores and sluts and such, picked on them and used leverage and all kinds of things, would hold it. Empower someone and get them make a man's wage. Men, that was empowering to women, but also they were attacked at the same time. After World War II, the guys come home and there was problems. When the divorces started, they started soaring. And of course, women are being attacked. They turned the pharmaceutical loose on them from 1950 to 1970. And they were taking all kinds of pills. 1960, we had the birth control. It liberated. Yeah, it liberated everything all right. Making them more sluts and whores again. Out of good American people, American women. They were being attacked. They had them on drugs, being attacked. Then sex was, you had to worry about getting knocked up. And it's a perfect storm. All through the 60s, I watched my own family, parts of them, go through all this as a child. I've seen it myself. Women's liberation, 1973, burning bras. Man, look, that was a hoax too. That was a hoax. More destruction within the home. Okay? More destruction. Uh, Throughout that period of time, till 9/11, was women, it looked like they were being empowered, okay? But they wasn't. They were driving them out of the homes. You know, the kids, they knew babysitters and people at daycare. They didn't even know their own moms and dads. Dad was home more than mom. How do I know this? Because I was married from the 80s. Got married in 1983. Yeah, that 83 number. And that marriage got killed by 96, you know. And my kids basically got destroyed. And, you know, my wife didn't understand what was happening to her, what had happened. Men, pretty much of this, they was always hoarding around and doing this, doing that, and on the take. And I myself, I wasn't, but I had other problems. I had several problems, and it affected my marriage. And then my wife being attacked. After I went through a hard divorce, I said, you know, I got to find out what the fuck is going on in our society. Because I'd been out of the dating game for a long time, and I had to learn everything over again to date. And it was different, and it was hard for a while. But through this process, after I learned about women being attacked, I just sit back and watched. And it helped my psychology and helped the sociology of myself. I had a very, very productive dating from 2004 to 2011. And I made a lot of mistakes, but I met lots of good women, very good women, beautiful women, empowered,